Welcome back. Yeah. So here, when I say dot star, it will capture all. But I need to stop somewhere, right? I want to capture only till here. So here you'll put a question mark, means where. Question mark means where. When I put question mark, it is waiting for you to give the right boundary. Where I need to mention the right boundary. So here, even though it is very whatever may be the length, it will still capture. Even if it is only very still, it will work. Okay. So this is the very useful regular expression. So you just need to mention dot star question mark. So within the left and right boundary, capture everything. If I don't give right boundary, it will just wait until you give the right boundary. Okay. Now you may ask, right? If I'm able to capture using boundary, what is the use of regular expression? Why I need to use the regular expression? If I'm able to capture properly with the boundary based, I'm giving the left boundary, right boundary. So the boundary you can use when you have a static left and right boundary, proper left and right boundary. But sometimes what happens in the server response body, you may have some values like this. In the real time, say there could be like this value, okay? And this is actually generated from the server. And this is keep on changing along with this. This is also keep on changing every time you run. So if I give this as my left boundary, normally if you go with the boundary base, you'll give this as a left boundary. Right now it is working. But when I run for the second time, this alphanumeric, these characters are changing something else. Like dynamically, these are changing. Then your script will not work because here you have given the boundary itself is changing. This is your left boundary, right? Your boundary itself keep on changing. In that situation, you'll use this regular expression. If the boundaries are static, you don't need this. You can go with the boundary based. But if the boundaries, like, every time you run, these characters are changing, then you won't be able to capture. So in that scenario, how will I capture? I don't want to capture this, okay? We need to capture only this. But along with this, this is also some string is keep on changing every time. So in that case, it is difficult for you to capture using boundary based, right? So then we will use this regular expression. So how do I capture this? What I need to do, I need to ignore these 4 digits, even if it is changing every time. How do I ignore? First, what is the static? This up to this, it is static. Means this will not change because it's a name, right? And I don't want to capture these 4 letters. If I want to capture anything, I'll put in round brackets, right? If I want to ignore anything or if I want to escape something, that you can use square bracket. Just remember this blindly. If I want to ignore anything, use square brackets. If I want to capture anything, use round brackets. Now in the square brackets, I want to ignore these 4. So this is called capitals, right? So if I put here, we don't know which letter will come, right? So I'll put A. It will ignore only A, but we don't know which letter. So I'll give the range A to A hyphen Z. That is A to Z. Now, if you see on the right hand side, it is ignoring the first letter E. Like that, I have 4 letters, right? So if I put 4 times A to Z, second one, third one, fourth one. After that, I have a space. So you can give the space, whatever the space you have. Then double quote. This is my left boundary. Now I want to capture, put dot star question mark and give the right boundary. Now you can see it is capturing only the value what I want to capture. Okay, so it is escaping these letters. So second time, next time it could be like some other letters. Still it will work this caption. But the problem here is how many times I need to give this A to Z. If there are like more than this, sometimes tomorrow it can be like this, then it is not working, right? So instead of giving this these many number of times, what you can do is simply put one A to Z and simply give plus. That's it. Plus means what? Similar. Star means all. Just you need to know the difference between plus and star. Plus means similar. Star means all. So there are so many references they have given. We need to practice this before. In the real time, they'll give you very complex scenarios. They'll ask you to capture a particular string. So here, since this is only capitals, so I'm able to capture only this and avoid this. What if instead of this capital, sometimes you'll have combination of capitals and small letters, right? Then it won't work. Then what I need to do, just include the small letters, capital A to Z and small a to Z. Then it will ignore the including capitals and this one. Say if there is like number also included, like this same way, there is another string with number, like number and this one. Combination of number, capitals, something like this. Just like this, there is another string. This we don't want. I want to capture only this. This is also changing every time. So in that case, you add, just see what is the letters, capital, small, and numbers. Put the numbers also. Numbers means what is the range? 0 to 9. That's it. Now, if this is I want to capture, but this is also like keep on changing. Can be anything. Still, you can capture only this. It can be anything, changing every time. Still, I can capture only this. Okay, this is the advantage of regular expression then compared to your boundary based. If your left and right boundaries itself are keep on changing, then this is the best way to capture regular expression. So normally here in place of this thing, so we have a testers, right? So like you also have regular expression tester, but here you cannot identify like you cannot test the expression. You just use the expression like here. I'm capturing this, right? So for example, here, if you are capturing this, you just need to, if it is working, just copy this and put it on here in your regular expression tester. It should work. So here actually, test, you see, just put your regular expression, click on test, it will show how many matches. But how do you know which expression? That you can practice here. Just once it is working, just copy and paste in the tester, and then you will add a, if it is working the same way, just like how you added this project ID, we'll add the same thing like add post processor. This time I select regular expression, give the name. Same thing from where you want to capture from body. Here it will ask only the expression, no left and right boundaries. So here you'll put this. Okay. And what is this template? Template means how many number of dynamic values are there. So here there is only one dynamic value, right? There are no within the left and right boundaries. If there are multiple dynamic values, you can capture multiple values also. So here you need to mention, we are trying to capture only one value, right? So here you need to mention $1, or else you just ignore this, will work. Now here, if there are multiple occurrences like same left and right boundaries, then you can give the 0 for random, 1 for the 1. Since there is only one, I'll put give 1 here. Now this same thing. Now when I pass this, Here the dummy sampler, it will capture it. The same way you can capture the from city to city also you can capture. Anything you can capture using regular expression. But in that limitation, we will use a different one. Like, it is capturing the wrong from city to city, right? For that, we'll have something else. Now, next. So you can see right key. I captured using regular expression. Okay. Now, but in regular expression, you need to practice a lot. Say there is some, you can use these references. Okay. And lay, for example, you have this right key, right? So let's say this is the regular expression. I mean, this is the response body. There is no left boundary. They have only right boundary. There is no left boundary. Then I want to capture only this. How do you capture? It is impossible using boundary based extractor. Can I capture only this? This is actually starting page, only starting page. Okay. And how do I capture only this using regular expression? You have the references here. So when there is no left boundary, that means what? That is the start of the line, right? You can use this symbol called hat symbol. So I put here shift and put shift and number 6. That is a hat symbol. So it will take it as a there is no uh, left boundary, or that is the starting of the line. Then I want to capture. What you want to capture? Dot star question mark. And now what is the right boundary? I'll give the right boundary. Now you can see it will capture the right boundary. So if you want to practice and see whether it's working in Jmeter, what you can do is you can use this dummy sampler. Okay, the dummy sampler. This is the response data, right? Here you can put whatever you want to put, any expression like this. So clear this, right? Okay, this is the response data. So from this, I want to capture only this, right? So here I'll add a post processor regular expression extract. So here we'll use this extract, this. In the place of regular expression, I'll put this. You can give any name. This is only for practice purpose. So this should be template 1 and 10. And there is only one value 1. So it will capture from this dummy sampler's response. Only it should capture only this. If I want to know whether your correlations is properly working or not, where I can see, for that we have a debug sampler. The debug sampler, it will show. Okay, debug sampler, just like log, it will display any parameter you are passing or any correlation you are capturing, it will show. When I run this, you can check in your debug sampler here in view results tree. It will execute the debug sampler. Here you can go and check in the response. It will show if whatever the values you are capturing from city Boston, this randomly we are passing, right? So whatever thing you are passing. So like that, write underscore regexp also it is capturing, you can see. So it will just like log, it will, if it is not working, it will show null here. It will not display first of all. Say in this here I have captured, right? So this value, if you want, I can put another dummy sampler there. I can put this one way. You just want to check in debug sampler, you can check in the debug sampler. Okay. So whether what all the values captured, you can say right key, it is separate. Regular expression, this is, so let us say I want to write that. Right, REGEXP, right? This is what I'm capturing. Can give any name here. So you using this dummy sampler, you can experiment a lot. Okay, and capturing from this dummy sampler, passing in this dummy sampler. If it is working properly, it will pass. So if you give wrong left and right boundary, it won't capture anything, or wrong expression. So from here, this is the response body. From here, I want to capture only this value. You are able to capture here, you can see. Okay, so you can practice with this. So let us come back here. Let us say here there is no left boundary, but still you are able to capture. There is a left boundary. Let us say the left boundary is right something. Left boundary is there, and there is no right boundary then. Left boundary is there, but right boundary is not there. So I put dot star question mark, right? There is no right boundary. If you don't give right boundary, it won't capture. Then how can I do this? If there is no left boundary, we have this symbol. That is start of the line. When there is no right boundary, and then I'll use this dollar. That is the end of the line. So I put dollar, it will capture. Okay. And also, let us say there is no left boundary, there is no right boundary. Still, I can capture. If there is no left boundary, there is no right boundary. I just want to capture this thing. It is impossible using boundary based. Okay. So, but still, I can capture using regular expression. Here, I'll put hat, capture everything dot star question mark. This is the right boundary. Simple. Right? That's why regular expression is very powerful. Okay, so you practice this, and tomorrow I'll give more, you know, what I can assignments like, no, we'll practice more on advanced level of regular expressions. Interview challenges we'll practice tomorrow. They'll give something and they'll ask you to capture only a particular value using regular expression. It is not possible using boundary extractor. Okay. So you save this in your favorites. Okay. In the interview, when they ask you, you can open and you can just cross check and you can give the answer. Yeah. See you tomorrow.